school that was just closed down and that retail establishment is absolutely rampant with drugs. Cory Booker gets up, they ask the same question. He said, that is a park that my kids are going to play at, that is an award-winning school, and that is a new retail development that's going to employ a lot of people, okay? See, because Cory Booker didn't look at things for what they are. He looked at things for what they could be, okay? And right then and there, it inspired the people in the area. Cory was elected mayor, and Mark Zuckerberg gave him $100 million to put in his school system. Now, I can't begin to tell you how much $100 million of cash into the public school system changes the game. Changes the game forever. Cory Booker's running for Senate right now. For those of you guys in New Jersey, you better vote for him, okay? Because he's going to change the world. One day I hope to see him as president, okay? That's it. So Camden, New Jersey, it's a very popular area, but you see, it used to be more popular. It was one of those cities with a big welcome sign, you know, every Camden, let's do this. All right, people would paint pictures about the downtown strip. And then, unfortunately, that same downtown strip is right there now. Okay? And then when you look at things that happen, there are more homes that look like this than that don't look like this in Camden, New Jersey, right? There are kids that are walking around. I mean, this is the streets of Camden, the downtown area. This is a city that people used to love. And the police are so outnumbered in Camden that on every street corner, there are more drug dealers and gang leaders than there are police officers on duty that night. How can you compete with that? You can't. It actually changes the way people think in a negative direction. So I said, listen, this is all I see when I see Camden, New Jersey. I see this girl trying to jump rope in front of her house. I see her little brother sitting on a stoop probably getting tetanus, and all they want to do is be kids. That's it, kids. Okay, and we're taking that away from them in America because this isn't just Camden's fault. It's all of our fault. It really is, because nobody in this room has done anything to stop it. Is that true?
Yeah. True.
Yeah. All right, so we're at fault for this too. So I said, listen, I want to get things done. So I called, I forget his name, NBC did a huge article, a huge story on it, and basically said Camden's the worst place on earth. So I called the mayor of Camden, New Jersey, and I said, listen, I got a bunch of political titles, so I get in the door sooner or later, and I said, listen, I said, this is what I think about Camden, New Jersey. Okay, I see exactly what Cory Booker saw. And I sent this picture of this girl over there. And she said, like, why do you want to help? You're in Chicago. And I said, I want to help because I can. You see, because right now in Chicago, we're facing a shit ton of issues. Matter of fact, on the top 25 list of most dangerous neighborhoods in Chicago's got like 5 of them on there. Okay? But you see, what I wanted to show people in Chicago was that the worst one, if they can help fix themselves, then you have no damn excuse in Chicago. And since Camden, New Jersey is the same size as one of the wards in Chicago, I'm partnering up the 28th ward of Chicago in Camden, New Jersey, and they're going to fix each other. See, people that everyone forgot about these areas, nobody's helping them, and I'm going to prove to the world that you can take people inside these areas and they can fix themselves with just a little bit of a catalyst, some inspiration. Motivation, Bill Walsh always says this, if you motivate a room of people, they're idiots. All you have is a room full of motivated idiots, or whatever he may say. But that is so damn true if you think about it. It really is. So we want to inspire them and teach them they can do it themselves. But you see, how am I going to do that? They always say, well, Chris, you know, here you are in downtown Chicago in River North, beautiful office in the art district, and you live across the street from the Sears Tower, this, that, and the other. But you see, I was homeless. I'm only in these places because it was just, that's how society put me in there. I don't care about money. I've never cared about money. I care about your money because I want your tax dollars to pay for schools, okay? I'll be honest with you. So I want all of you guys to make more money. You see, me, I've only cared about one thing in my life, and that's creating things I can be proud of, okay? See, that doesn't have anything to do with money. That's to do with your mind. So this is what happened. My best friend growing up, we lived across the street from each other. We got into drug addiction together. I got out. I went to jail. I lost everything. That's how I got out. It wasn't like somebody carried me on a red carpet. But you see, he didn't. Now, I'm the president of this huge foundation. I tried getting him in there. I tried getting him jobs. I tried doing everything. See, I tried giving him fish, okay? And I got a call a couple months ago. Now, the week prior, we just found out that we got the Oscar Award in our industry. I was just named a World Peace Ambassador by the Nobel family, all these exciting things. And then I get the call and I said, Chris, I don't know how to tell you this, but we found Josh dead of a drug overdose. Now, I lost my mom, you know, I lost my grandmother. But you see, when you lose somebody that's the same age as you, that's a close friend of yours, you know what I'm saying? It hits you in a completely different way, I promise you guys, right? So right then and there, I'm like, shit, here I am sitting in this beautiful area of Chicago when all I care about is these areas over here. And I feel like a hypocrite, all right? So I walked out to my office and I said, listen, guys, we are moving to the west side of Chicago. And we're moving in 2 weeks, all right? We're moving to the 13th most dangerous neighborhood in America. I'm moving my condo over there as well because I'm not a hypocrite. Now I'm 2 blocks away. And we moved in the middle of the night because you see in Chicago, the aristocratic buildings, they don't let you move out. So we packed everything up. And I promise you, people that have been to my office before, beautiful office building, I'm talking about decked out, like that's my office. And again, homeless but 5 or 6 years ago. So nobody can ever tell me that you can't do things. Just my boardroom, I had this huge floor like Wall Street where people are looking out, we're doing good things and everything. But you see, quite frankly, none of that meant anything. It meant nothing at all. So I did one last video, ripped down my logo on television from my wall, packed up everything, in the middle of the night started filling up U-Hauls, okay, sneaking them over there, and we moved in 2 weeks, both my office and my residence to the west side of Chicago. I couldn't be happier. We moved into a building that was abandoned, an abandoned doctor's office. I'm talking mold on the walls. I mean, just crappy, all right? Because you see, it's all about walking the talk. And Nick and I talk about this, that there's so many people out there that woof. Woof, 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 woof. So I can't wait for when I run for office. My smear campaign is going to be the Wolfington Post. And we're just going to put everybody that talks and doesn't do stuff in there, and we're going to write articles about it, and we're going to see how that turns out. My constitutional rights allow me to do that all day long. Okay? So here's the 13th worst neighborhood in America. As you can clearly see right here is where we're at. But you see, I could never be happier because me walking the walk is, everyone's like, Chris, why don't you run for mayor of Chicago? And I said, because when you run for mayor of Chicago, that's when you immediately stop doing things, okay? So any day of the week, at any time, anybody here can act as if they're the mayor. You can. Anybody can do it. You can act as if you're president if you want. So if I was mayor, how would I fix things? Well, I know education's messed up, housing's messed up, employment, healthcare, public safety. To me, public safety would be worried about senior citizens slipping on the ice, not worried about getting shot. Okay? Veterans, huge issue. Social enterprise environment, I created Move Chicago Forward. See, this is my platform issue. I'm crowdfunding my way to fixing the government in Chicago. I don't want taxpayer dollars. I want to get taxpayer dollars back. And I want you guys to be able to teach social enterprise. Because I'm going to fix the problems with Chicago. And when I run for office, you will know when I run for office, because that means I've accomplished something first. Because the big problem with politicians is, they'll get in the first term, they're ready for re-election. Oh, I had to set everything up the first term. But if you elect me for a second term, I will get it implemented. See, quite frankly, people shouldn't run for office until they've proven themselves. That's how it is. It's not That's how it is. Right? See, when you really look at the world, it's about looking at it from a different filter. And this is the final story I'm going to share. I'm going to play one small video clip. See, it's all about how you see things, guys. And I'm what they call a hoarder, right? I lost everything. Everything I owned in my entire life was thrown away. So now I literally, if I get home, I guarantee you I probably weigh 50 pounds less than I look because of the amount of stuff that I have in my pockets, right? Everything I take. Half my furniture is from the garbage. All right, you see, I live in aristocratic areas. I'm a commissioner in the village of Deerfield, one of the richest areas in America, and I'm happy because they get the best trash. So you can go around on garbage day, you get new couches, new everything. Walsh, I could probably hook your new office up for the foundation. Gotcha. All right, save money to give to kids. Okay, so I'm coming down to my aristocratic building in Chicago before I moved to the west side, and in the garbage was this guitar. A guitar, right? So it looked cool, loved it, and everything. A little afraid what kind of stuff was on it, so I brought it into my office, had my assistant polish it up first, right? Sprayed it down. And I realized that I had an idea. You see, I felt like in my life, I was in a dumpster too. And if somebody would have walked by that dumpster and not tried to help take me out, tell me that I could clean myself up and stuff, I'd be up Schitt's Creek and I wouldn't be here with you guys today. Because what I also had, plus an idea, is I had a motivation. See, I want to show the world that no matter what you're facing in life, it's just looking at it from a different filter, polishing up a bit, and acting as if you start the process of being a catalyst in your own life, okay? So with an idea and a motivation and the desire to give back, you have an opportunity here. You have an opportunity that equals social impact. So then I started taking this guitar and having celebrities from around the world sign the guitar, okay? And when I do my 0.5K marathon, I'm auctioning off this dumpster guitar, something that somebody threw away. And I promise you, there's no way I'm going to get less than $10,000 from this. I'm going to take that $10,000 from a piece of trash and show the world that sometimes trash can change it, okay? That's how you get things done, all right? So I'm going to close with this, guys. I mean, it's like this. The way you think is what changes everything about the people around you and changes your own life. Nick, can you hit the lights for me, please? And a few years back, Apple computers, which we're all fans of, they said, listen, we have this commercial that we never ran. We didn't know what to do. We wanted to collect a bunch of game changers, a bunch of people that have changed the way people think, a bunch of Bruno Serratos. And we want to put them into a commercial, and we want to show the world that Apple's the most innovative company. But you see, what they realized is that it's more or less bragging about your brand, because it's not about telling people you're the most innovative. It's about them discovering it themselves, about you, right? Because I can sit here all day long and talk about my awards and accolades till I'm blue in the face. But if it doesn't do anything to change your lives, it doesn't mean anything, okay, at all. Nothing. So I said, listen, I love the way people think different. I love the model that Apple has. So I wanted to show the world.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them, but the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
That's how simple it is, guys. All right? So, you have no idea how much it means for me to have the opportunity to sit here and talk to you guys, but I could sit here and talk all day long, and you guys can all be co-editors of the Wolfington Post. All right, it's about doing things. Yesterday, Dr. Veronica, I've known for a little while now, she came to me originally because she wants to build websites, she wants to do creative things. She came to me the other day, she said, listen, she's a world-renowned eye surgeon, specialist in glaucoma. And here she's doing all these other things over here, business development, this, that, and the other. And she found out, she was just in Africa recently, and evidently there's a huge problem because, when you don't have the ability to see things, you don't have the ability to hear correctly, it changes everything. It makes it impossible for you to fix the people around you. So people like her are going to go into places like that and solve issues. What you're doing right now for veterans and telling the story of people. The story is what matters. That's relating to people. What Bruno does every single day, every day. He told me the other day that there was an opportunity arose to him to start feeding 300 more people. All right, that's amazing. Everybody wins. But the budget and the time and everything allowed for it to be on Monday night only. And Bruno said, he's like, listen, I won't be able to sleep Tuesday through Sunday. I just won't be able to do it. And this is one of the best chefs on earth, saying that he can't sleep at night because kids that live in a motel not very far away from where him don't have the opportunity to eat. And this is somebody that came from humble beginnings, much like my family did. All right, so nobody in this room can tell me you can't do this stuff. And if you're serious about changing the world and changing the way people think, I'll be here till tomorrow around noon. And I want you to find me, and I want you to sit down with myself and Nick and the Social Policy Institute team, and I will show you. Because it's like this, guys. We don't have any products to sell. We don't have any $19.99 deals. I have no special fancy offers. How it works is very simple. People like you come to me and say, listen, I've got a $10 budget. I've got $1 million budget for marketing. And I said, you know what? You don't need to spend all that. Because whatever you're going to spend, I'm going to match it at the Social Policy Institute. And we're going to create an initiative together. So whether it's actually fixing kids' health, or it's stop drugs that rampage our communities, or it's people with eyes being able to see for the first time, or veterans having the opportunity to come home, or people eating like they've never done before from a world-renowned restaurant. I'm on the team with you, and that's how we're going to get things done. So I thank you guys so very much for your time, and let's change the way the world thinks. All right? Well, we are talking right now, so you're already halfway there.
I want to deeper level.